my name is Bishop Gregory Lightner, and this is Pastor Karen Lightner. We are the hosts
of Is Love
Enough. And tonight we are joined with the Glovers, and our topic is good love.
Ooh, nothing like that good love.
Nothing like it.
Nothing.
Okay.
We would like to thank WYTV7 Community Broadcasting Network for hosting Is Love Enough. WYTV7 is a nonprofit organization that educates, empowers, and encourages others. Your contribution will help ensure that the network keeps thriving.
And we would like to ask the Glovers to introduce themselves.
Well, I'm Paul. This is my wife, Kathy Glover, and we are the Glovers.
Nice to have you.
So good to have you all on tonight.
Yes, sir.
Well, yes, I know your love story is inspiring to those looking for love later in life. Can you tell the viewers how y'all met?
Yes. Me and my baby, we met online and dating site called POF. You know, and it was kind of funny because I was like, my brother told me about it, and I said, no. I said, okay, I'll try it out. You know, it didn't cost any money, so I ain't, you know, so I went ahead and tried it out. I ain't trying out that costs money, so I went ahead and tried it out, and that's how I met my baby. You know, went through the sites, you know, seen a picture. I was like, okay. So I shot a couple of comments. Then she responded back. I was like, okay. Then we started conversating back and forth. You know, I'd be at work. I'll respond to her. Then she'll respond back in a little bit. I was like, okay. Then we finally met at set up a little place to meet. So we met at Forsyth Park? Mm-hmm. We had met at Forsyth Park. And I said, thinking to myself, so I got there early, you know, and you know how some people do the catfish thing, put up pictures and stuff, they ain't them, somebody else, and it'd be another person. I said, oh Lord, please let her look like a picture. So I was sitting there in my car, and I seen a car drive by, and I seen the hairdo that was in the picture, the photo that I seen. I was like, okay, that might be her. And if she got out, and pretty much my mouth just dropped. I was like, now just praying to myself. I said, please don't let my baby look like a mud duck. I was like, please, please, please don't let her look like a mud duck. But to my surprise, he is a beautiful swan. And the rest is history. Rest is history.
And if I may, I would just add just a little bit to it. Like he said, his brother told him about the site. Well, one of my sisters told me about the site, and it was just not my thing. I had already told God what I wanted, what I needed, you know, for me and everything. And I just felt like the way I wanted to meet someone was in person, you know, not online. I knew a lot of people was doing it and it was becoming popular, but it just was, I just didn't feel like it was for me. And so she was like, just give it a try. So I finally gave it a try. And it was just so much, I mean, foolishness on there. I'm just like, I was finally like, no, this is not for me. But Paul and I had already started conversing on the site. I mean, pretty much what I was doing with anyone else and everything. So I just made I'm closing it down. It took a while for me to figure out how to delete it, delete the account. So I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and take my pictures down. So somebody come out, they don't see anybody, so they'll keep moving, whatever. So he came back on and said, hey, where are your pictures going? This is not me. This is not for me. Sorry, you know, I'm out, or whatever. He was like, well, can we just meet? You know, and he was like, I mean, either there's something there or it's not. So I was just like, why not? And for me, it was just something to do. I had come from a quite ugly relationship. He came from having lost his wife. And so both of us were hurt, you know, pretty much in devastated type situations. So I was telling him, and baby, you can tell him, mind you now, I had already told God what I wanted and all of this stuff. But for just to be honest, I was pretty much done with black men. I was just I was so done. And I mean, I'm just being honest. I was so done with black men, but a black man is what I told God I wanted. That was, and he said, I'll give you the desires of your heart. But I had gotten to the point, but I really believe that God was waiting for me to finish doing things the way I wanted to do them. So he can do his work.
Right,
and,
right.
I mean, the transition, I mean, with this, it was so smooth. It was like the cover had put over us, and we didn't even realize. And next thing you know, we were in love. We were like, what? You know?
Okay.
So, I mean, I had already made plans to move overseas to teach for a few years. And, you know, just for a new scenery, just new everything. I had already made this decision, and he asked me, why don't we meet? And from that day forward, you know, we saw each other.
Yeah.
And it just went from there. And the crazy thing about it was, I was so sick of the talking. It was, and I actually, like a guy I went out with and everything, I laughed while he was talking, because it was like all of them were saying the same thing as if they went to school for it. And no, I'm gonna get to you now. I'm gonna get to him. So I was laughing, and the guy just kind of looked at me, and I said, I am so sorry. I did not mean to laugh. I said, but can I ask you, do y'all go to school for this? Is this what they tell you that we want to hear? Is this it? And I got to the point, at that point, I was like, don't say, I'd rather you say nothing. Show me. Don't say nothing. And when this young man came along, did a whole flip on me. I didn't say it to him, but he wouldn't say anything. It was like he just showed me everything that God asked me, and it just like snuck up on me. And the next thing I know, we were telling each other that we were in love with each other. And I mean, when I actually told people that what I was looking for in my husband, they would scoff and be like, girl, you're gonna have you about 3 or 4 men for that. You're gonna because you're not gonna find one man with all of those qualities. You may get one for this and that. And I'm gonna tell you, if I even tell you an ounce of what I told God I needed in my husband, you would be like, wow. and I'm gonna tell you now, all of it is wrapped up in this one man.
Thank you, baby.
And thank you,
baby.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Y'all's story is very inspiring.
It's
amazing. And especially, you know, sometimes as Christians, we won't do a dating site, or we won't reach out that way, or we won't go out looking for love. We stay within the 4 walls of the church, and if God don't drop the man or the woman through the ceiling, you know, we ain't find them. But very encouraging. So let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys the big question of the day: is love enough?
Is it enough?
Yes, it is.
If you have the right love, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. If you have that right love, and that love I'm talking about is the God kind of love.
Yes.
And agape love is enough. Our Bible tells us that it covers a multitude of sin. It's just a wonderful thing. And without being redundant, good love is enough.
Yes, it is.
Good love. Good. Oh, I like that now.
So what?
Good love.
Okay.
Yes.
Good love. What is the definition of good love?
Well, good love to me, my definition is, you know, being loyal, not being selfish, you know, always be considerate to your spouse or whatnot, and you know, and just pretty much being there for your spouse, you know, in any situation. Maybe one day they might come home, have a long day of work or something like that, and you just be there. You don't necessarily have to say nothing. Just hold one another, you know. Just maybe just put your head on my shoulder, put your feet up, lay on the couch and put your feet on my leg, put your feet up on my leg so I just rub your feet, massage your feet if not. You know, just being there, whatever your baby needs, whatever your husband needs, no, just be there 100%.
And I like how he said whatever they need.
Mhm.
The Bible actually talks about this good love and talks about it being patient and kind and long suffering, not holding grudges, not counting how many times I did you right or how many times you did me wrong, or it's not puffed up, it's not selfish. And you know, so that's why I reference the God kind of love as being that good love.
Okay.
A very old mentor of mine told me one time that real love or good love is when you are willing to forgive the person you're with over and over and never remember it. And that stuck with me before marriage, but after I got married, I understood what he was saying. It's not just the forgiving, it's also the ability not to remember it.
Yes.
Meaning you're not going to hold it against your mate. Every time you're going to, you did this, you did this, you did this. No. That's over, that's dead. Come on, baby, let's move on. Let's water under the bridge.
Yes.
Let's get back to love.
That's right.
Yeah.
Questions in this cup. Let's see what's in there.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Y'all ready for this one?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ooh,
This question said, our love is so boring. How do I have
love life.
Oh, yes, I need to look with the good eye. I gotta look with the good eye. Love life is so boring. How do I have this difficult conversation and tell my spouse without causing an argument or hurting feelings?
We both have a sense of humor.
Yes, we do.
So and
Yeah.
okay, I don't. We haven't even had that conversation. So
Yeah,
how would we have that conversation? How would we?
I'm trying to think.
Hey, take a trip to the toy store. Take a trip to the. Just whatever is within bounds for you guys. What you know that would probably be acceptable for you and your mate. We personally don't do the whole and this is an adult show, right? So we personally don't do the whole, what you call those movies they like to, the porn or whatever, this kind of thing. We don't need to watch somebody else doing it. We're porn by ourselves. So so just getting in there and talking to each other. Hey babe, let me ask you this. Oh my goodness, Lightners, they're over there, some lightning about to get worked up over there. Just whatever it takes. If you go ahead, sweetie.
And sometimes you just got to be spontaneous, and sometimes just do something out of the ordinary. Baby, let's go take a trip. Don't pack nothing. Let's just take off and just go somewhere. And just something that'll probably just spice up your love life. Just do something just out of the ordinary, out of the blue. They say one day you just jump up and like, baby, I want to take a ride. You never know where you may end up at. Maybe in another like no, I'm about to say country, but another county or something like it, like somewhere not far away, but just do something not far away. Just do something spontaneous. Spice up your love life.
And just I think being vocal about it.
Yeah.
Being vocal. Hey, can we talk about this? I love you so much. And just make sure it's being said out of all the love you can possibly say it in. Hey babe, I love you and I enjoy, this being intimate with you. But can we try something or something new, or just to kind of spice it up, or either just try it. Go to the store, get your little outfit. Play games. Just my baby said, your outfit.
Pastors and as ministers and as evangelists, we get so caught up in the church part of it and the church work of it, we forget that we are still husband and wife and we have to have a connection. You know, so Vicky, my friend. I like Vicky. I go to Vicky.
Okay.
She tells me all the time. You know,
Okay.
you know, you got to spice it up. You know,
Sure.
tell your spouse, here's some homework. Here's some pictures. Read this, and then come back and let's talk about this later. But you have to make sure that you're having that good connection between your spouse. You got to make sure you're having good love.
Yes, sir.
It's time for a commercial break, and we will be right back with the Glovers after this short break. And our topic is good love.
Nothing like good love.
Let's go back to the cup and see what else is in here.
Okay. Our next question is, we're certain there are viewers who are saying, I've been patiently waiting on love, seems like forever. I'm tired of waiting. Life is too short. So I'm just gonna do me and play a little bit.
My thing is that if you do you, you're gonna mess up. And my thing is when I went to look for my wife, I prayed to God for what I wanted. You know, and I thank God for sending me this woman here that I asked for. You know, I didn't ask for, I just asked for like the basic thing. I told the Lord to send me somebody to take care of me. You know, she don't have to cook. I just need somebody just for me to take care of whatever I need. And I just thank God for sending me this woman here that I have, my beautiful wife. And she does just that, just take care of her husband, whatever I need, she's there for me, you know, and I just thank God for it. Thank God for her every day. And like I say, if you try to do it yourself, you're going to mess it up every time. Just sit down and wait on the Lord to send you your husband or your wife and your mate. Wait on God. That's all I have to say about that.
Ms. Glover?
Well, I feel like if we're going to do it ourselves, when we do mess up, we can't expect God to come and fix it for us. You know, sometimes we'll go out there and do, like you say, well, we want to play, but then it's how far are you going with this plan? It's one thing for you to say, I'm going to meet new people or whatever. But when you say in playing, many times sex is involved. And then once you start doing that, then you start inviting all the kind of spirits into your life, you know, having sex outside of marriage and everything. So if you're going to wait on the Lord and be of good courage.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody that is really frustrated? Like they've been waiting, they've been doing the right thing, and they're really frustrated. What advice would you give them?
Pray, fast and pray. I mean, I was frustrated. I was frustrated with everything because I had already made my babe had already been married for 25 years and he lost his wife. In my case, I was trying to hold out for my husband, you know, and it got to a point where like, okay, I want to have kids. All right, I done been waiting all of this time. Okay, where is he? You know, and it does become frustrating when you're trying to, you know, hold out and you're trying to do it God's way, you know. So, but I just tried to win. I just did what I had to do. And it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, because you know, we grew up, we went to each other's church since like they said, since we were knee high to adult. So we know about waiting and the praying and like your friends and everybody getting married and you like, okay, I'm getting older. When it's my turn. So I understand. And this is my good thing.
And I had people doing that. And my thing was, I wasn't going to just marry any old body. I wasn't going to have kids with just any old body. And I wasn't going to marry any old body, you know. So that was one of the things. And it was just frustrating, you know, you just put in your all in a relationship and then it end up nothing, you know. So it was beautiful waiting actually waiting, even though I dated these different people, waiting for that right person to say I do too.
Right.
Yes.
Let's see what else is in this cup.
Okay, next question. Okay. Somebody should explain intimacy to my spouse. They treat me like I'm a machine. I miss the romance.
That's a good one.
This is good.
Romance.
Yes.
So, okay, so say that again.
Somebody should explain intimacy to my spouse. They treat me like a machine. I miss the romance.
And I think a lot of time, I'm not going to say all men, but a lot of men, they haven't seen it done. So they don't know how to do it. You know, so I grew up in a household where I saw my dad be intimate with my mom, walk up behind her and kiss her on her neck, you know, just small talk. And, you know, you guys know there was 15 of us. So, you know, they spent time with us, but every Friday night was their time. They went out on a date until my mom passed. So you seeing them, you know, them having their alone time, them going for a drive, you know, just different things like that. My dad said she's sitting on the couch and he'll tell her, said, come sit over here on the couch or whatever. And he'll rub her feet. And, you know, intimacy is not just sex. And I think a lot of men feel like that, that intimacy is just the do, and it's not. It's all that stuff that leads up to it.
Okay. Let's go to our next question. I think I've met my spouse, but I've been hurt so badly. How do I forget the past and trust that this is good love?
Just like the bishop said, it's just forgiveness. You know, you just got to forgive. You know, you won't forget, but you can forgive for the things that happened, you know, before, earlier or whatnot. You know, so I think that's all I have.
Actually, your screen froze when you were reading that question. Could you read that question again, please?
It said, I think I've met my spouse, but I've been hurt so badly. How do I forget the past and trust that this is good love?
That is, anywho, I met a couple like that. Both of them had been hurt, but they loved each other. They went through so much foolishness with their exes, but because they weren't healed and whole before they got into this relationship, they spent all of their time trying to hurt each other before the other could hurt them. So there's a process. I really believe that, you know, you need to be whole before you get into another relationship, especially after being hurt. How can I get past it? Therapy, whether it be through your pastor or some sort of leadership, even counseling on from a worldly counselor, just someone that you can get through, just praying about it and asking God to heal you so that you can actually be a blessing to this new relationship instead of a hurt.
Right. It's very important that we deal with the old hurt before we get into a new relationship, because if not, we're going to bring the old hurt into our new relationship and ultimately end up poisoning our new relationship with our old hurts. So it's essential that we let go of our old hurts. Sometimes it's difficult to let go of those old hurts. And for Christians, sometimes we don't seek out counseling. We won't go to a counselor. We won't speak to anybody. We won't do those things that will actually help us get over the hurt so we can enjoy this new relationship that we're in.
Yes, because a lot of people, you know, in a relationship or marriage, they bring in the baggage. So you got baggage on top of baggage that has not been empty, so to say. So you're just piling stuff on top of each other and it's getting higher. So many times it's such a conflict that it damages the marriage or the relationship.
Excuse excuse me, what advice would you give to a man or a woman how to let go of old hurt?
Yeah, some people just don't know how to let it go.
Yeah, just like you said, First Lady, some people don't know how to let it go. But like my baby said, there's a lot of fasting and praying. You just got to just be encouraged. You know, say, hey, you got to move on. You got to live, pretty much. You got to let go and let God lead the way. That's the only advice you can give them. Just let God lead your path.
Ms. Glover?
Ask the question one more time, because I was so busy.
What advice would you give to someone how to let go of old hurt, how to let it go?
How to let it go. I have to be honest on that. Coming out of a ugly relationship, I didn't seek counseling. How I actually dealt with it was I talked to him and I told him what I needed in those areas, what took place previously. So, you know, when it dealing with trust and stuff like that, let your yes be yes, let your no be no, you know, whatever, you know, don't give me a reason not to trust you, you know, and just that trust has to be built and everything, because sometimes you can give the wrong people your trust and then they mess over it, then it makes it hard for the next person. So I just basically talked to him and told him what the issue was. Said, okay, here's the issue. I have an issue with trust right now. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything wrong. So, but here is what I need.
Right.
For the trust with you can be built, because right now I don't trust anyone.
Listen, our show has been so good. We thank you guys for joining us. We got about 2 minutes left and 30 seconds each. Encourage a viewer that's waiting on love, what they should do while they're waiting.
You are worth waiting for. When you ask God for what you want, know what you want, will know what you need, and just wait, because I promise you it'll come. And I mean, anyone who tells you that you're not worth the wait or try to get you not to wait, they're not worth your time.
Just what my baby said. I couldn't explain it any better. This is what my baby said. Just like I say, just trust and wait on God. That's
we would like to thank everyone for joining us tonight on Is Love Enough, where our topic has been good love, and we've been talking to the Glovers. We would like to encourage everyone to donate to WYTV7 Community Broadcasting Network, where your dollars go to educating our community.
We would like to thank WYTV7 Community Broadcasting Network for hosting Is Love Enough. If you would like to be a guest, or if there's a show topic you would like for us to discuss, feel free to email us at gtlm.isloveenough@gmail.com, or give us a call at 912-509-0178. You can also donate at WYTV7.org. Click on Donate Now and Give.
Click on Donate Now and Give. Join us next time on Is Love Enough?